From the Ionian Sea area of the Mediterranean, this is Tony at Casa Esmeralda. Thank you for those who have liked and subscribed. Hit that like button down below. Let's get right into this today. I am going to be harvesting the Zucalunga. I'm going to be taking a look around, get an update of what's going on. Everything is still growing, and the food that you can grow in a drought period. Now on Monday, it did rain from 10 o'clock to 5 p.m. All day, which was nice. So it was the first rainfall in like 60 days during the daytime, and it rained actually during the night, a little bit of drizzle, but it wasn't like the nighttime was a little bit hard, but it wasn't enough to last me through the week. So everything is back to drying out again, and I'm just trying to keep things alive here. So let's turn it around, let's get the camera rolling, and let's take a look at everything. So the tree of cucumber, I noticed that when you grow on a ladder scale, the cucumbers, they don't get as big as the field cucumbers. I'll show you that. These tomatoes are ripe. I just ate 2 of these. These are sort of dried out, but they're good anyway. These tomatoes are coming. They're waiting on some nice weather again. And these 2 bins are kind of empty. I did put some garlic, a couple pieces of garlic in there the other day, but nothing's really come up. This fennel I said was going to come out. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's just me around here. If anybody wants to come and help, that would be great. The Zucalunga, he's just going and going and going. He's growing a new tentacle right here. And he's growing another one right here. He's just taking off. The leaves have got to come off now, so they start fruiting. I noticed last year is that when the ants came and I took I took all the leaves off, and this will be great for the chickens or the goats or something. Will love to eat this. So this guy is really taking off, and he's really growing really big and huge like a tree. And there's like about 10 different vines in here, and I think I put only like 4 seeds down. And then in the back here we have some pomodoris coming up. The pomodori, these are really cool. There's some pepper down here, and it's getting crouched over by the pomodori. These peppers have stayed really small this year. So over here there's a tomato down here, kind of seed that went, he's kind of growing there too. On the right side of the bed, the peppers didn't come, the red hot peppers. So I will see if I can get more pecans here. There are a lot of pecan peppers in here. There's a pepper tree growing right here. So I'm hoping I can get more pecan peppers. Maybe the bushes, like you can buy like a whole entire bush that's already harvested here for like 1 or 2 euros. So it's not really hard, because I do like this in the winter time. This pecan and olive oil, or like sweet chili sauce and things like that. Some rosemary, there's some basil, some parsley's in here. There's all my herbs. And then when I was sick, I used this here. So when I'm sick, I use all of this for my blood, to clean my blood and everything like that, and to boost my immune system. That was great. This Zucalunga right here, she planted it in earth. So plant in hay, and that is your outcome, because the hay is constantly composting and it's giving off nutrients, while the earth it gives off nutrients to a certain degree and then it dies. So this is going to be a long thing. This will probably be like October or something like that when I'm going to start to see Zucalunga on this. And then also getting water in here and stuff like that too. So there's some lettuce growing down in here. Okay, let's get on over. It was in the high 20s, low 30s. Now it's getting into the 30s and 35s sort of thing. Did you guys lay me any eggs today? Because it was a hot day. You know, I have to check. So small coop, small chickens, and then also with 2 roosters. Normally they say you only need 1 rooster, and these 2 roosters are getting along with each other. They're not fighting or anything like that, because there's not a lot of hens to fight over. There's only 3 hens, and that's all I get is between 1 and 3 eggs. If I'm lucky, I get a 3 egg. That's all I need every day is one, because then I get a lot of eggs, and I don't have a car right now, so that's fine. I don't use it. It's nice weather. It's nice weather. I just use my bicycle. If I need, yesterday I did a run to town. So the squash, well, let's get over here, like the Hokkaido. And thanks Ferdinand for this. So the Hokkaido is actually trying to grow me a squash right here, sort of thing, but I don't think it's trying to grow me a squash. See, and it just needs a little bit more water. But this Hokkaido is absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful pumpkin. I like the round, it's like Japanese. Absolutely beautiful. And then over here we got the cucumber melon. And then these are like cucumber sized melons right over here. See, these are cucumber sized melons. So this needs a little bit of work, like cucumber sized melon in here. And then this one's like died off, something attacked it. I don't know, I don't see any bugs at all on this or anything like that. It gave a little cucumber and it's slowly dying. I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen here. Sometimes these things, they kind of die off and then they come back. I don't know. So I'm not really worried about it. It gave me 2 nice cucumber melons. I got 2 nice melon cucumbers. So then that's fine. There's still like a watermelon or some type of melon right here. It's trying to grow. And then there's another one of these melons. There's a melon down there and it's trying to grow. So I did plant the melon. So the melon seed I had last year was a lot better than this seed this year. So, and this is another Hokkaido. It's trying to grow and it's trying to catch up to that one. And they were both planted at the same time. But this thing didn't germinate until about 3 weeks later. And that is now like a month, like 2 months already. So a month and a half, 2 months there, and then this is just like a month something. I changed the duck fertilizer, the duck water the ducks give me really good fertilizer, and I put all the duck water in here. After the heavy rains, you're supposed to fertilize. It's trying to grow me a squash right down here. So anyways, so I got all squash in here, there's some cucumbers still coming in here. It's still kind of growing me a little bit of cucumbers, but it's kind of at the exhausted stage. And I got some yellow cucumbers in here. It's just from nutrients and things like that, but not a lot of bugs. And the reason why I don't use irrigation tubes. So if I used irrigation tubes, I would get bugs, because the bugs, they don't like the vibration of the water going through the tubes, and they will follow those tubes and everything like that when the water comes through them, and then that's how you get your bugs. So I don't really have a lot of bug problem. I'd say like 99% of my garden is bug free, and that's due to the hot temperatures and the right type of soil composition. And then using a lot of that, like see over here, like when I cut down these trees and everything, there's still a lot of sticks and there was a lot of mulch and everything that I all put up over here, and I let that sit there like for a whole entire 9 months or something like that. It was all sitting along here, all sticks and leaves and everything like that, and it's all decomposed. I drove over it with the tractor, crunched it, and used the plow and everything, so that's all good. There is some, I thought these were melons, but they're actually cucumbers. So they are another brand of the cucumber melons. And here, this is like a watermelon. It's trying to grow me watermelon in here. So I thought these were melons, but these are like a cucumber. Like last year, I had another type of cucumber thing here. So as you can see, this is like part of my kitchen, my gray water compost and stuff that I'm using in fertilizer. So there is a little bit of bugs crawling in here, but they're not eating the plant. They're not eating any of the plant. They're not eating any of the cucumber melon or anything, because there is food there. So if you have food on the ground, there's a good chance, if there's an abundance of food on the ground, it's a lot easier for the bugs to eat the food that's on the ground. And the bugs are kind of going into the gray water compost and things like that, and they're kind of turning it over. I don't recommend to use this on everything like tomatoes and vines and things like that. It's just on melons, like because these ones have really hard shells. So, and then there's more. So there's melons, and so there are some melons now growing in here. So there's one here, and these melons, they've been getting water. So there are some melons. I think this watermelon, or it's like a type of cantaloupe or something like that. It's a Mediterranean melon. Anyway, it's a Mediterranean melon, and Mediterranean melon there. So that's all nice and good. So I do have some melons, and then there's a little bit of like a cucumber melon in there, which is really nice. And then today I harvested like an apple size, the immature melon today out, and I just ate it as it was. It was okay. So, and there's like another cucumber melon over there. So it was a little bit of a melon garden. There was a lot of melons that planted here, and it was like half of it has died. This one is of the German type, the Blaukönigen. And if you see these leaves, see they come off like these suckers, and it's growing me a nice melanzani here. Right, it's growing me some nice melanzani here. So I'm gonna make pizza tonight. See what happens. The Carusalo, in just like 2 or 3 days this happened. And look at this, I got nice Carusalos, like Baratiri. This is Baratiri. Carusalos are a lot smaller. This is another type of cucumber. So like there's like a few of them in here. I looked around, kind of in the shade. So this is 4 plantings. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. See, there's another one in here. Yeah, Baratiri, which is really nice. And they come with like big fat seeds, and it's like eating a large size apple. So this is a really nice snack thing. I like it. So you know, if you don't want to cut up a whole size field cucumber or something like that, this is really nice. So it's keep going. It's going, so it's okay. Pomodori is kind of iffy. I don't really have the metal cages to do it really properly. If you do find a way to cut fence wire or something like that and kind of do like a little wraparound, it's just me and time to do things properly. So they're trying to kind of stay alive. They're doing their thing. I'm not really worried about like a lot of tomato plants here dying or something, because this is like Pomodori tomato country. So I'm not really worried a lot about my tomatoes, and they're giving me some nice tomatoes tonight. I'm gonna make you a nice pizza, possibly if I find a nice long melanzani here. So there's all melanzani. There's like 1, 2, 3, I don't know, maybe 4. There's 3 melanzanis, so that's cool. Oh yeah, we got Pomodoris getting ripe here, and ripe and ripe and ripe. The butternut, I see butternut sort of kind of happening finally. I don't know, because I gave it some nice fertilizer the other day after the rain, so it is giving me a butternut. Look at that, because I saw it today. Okay, so there's a butternut. There's some green peppers in here, the cornetto kind. And Giuseppe's here, and he's wondering when we're going to go for a walk. We're like behind on our walk schedule. So anyways, the zucchini, as I planted like 4 zucchini this year, it has not produced me any zucchini to really harvest because of the drought. You just need, zucchini is very fussy. You need the right soil, you need the right times of rain. You need at least 3 types of rain a week. So 2 good rainfalls a week for zucchini, and it will give you zucchini. I've been cutting the stalks off, and I've been juicing, and I've been giving some of it to the animals. So it's all good. This is not going to waste, because a lot of the zucchini and the young zucchini, this is all edible. You can use it for juicing, you can feed your animals, or you can even cook with it too, as like in a kale type thing situation. So the butternut is sort of, some of it's come back, some of it, as before it was yellow, and now some of it's kind of, because I am watering and the watering is going downhill here and things like that, so it's all sort of coming back to green. I just kind of pick some of the yellow leaves off. I don't pick all of it off, but no bug problems. So it's just getting the right soil composition, the right mix and everything, and using the wood chips and using the leaves and everything, and making the bugs happy. So this is now into slowly, I think about 2 weeks of growing here, and then there's one that's almost 3 weeks, which I'm gonna harvest right now because I want to make a zucchilungo pomodori something pizza. Okay, here it is. Gonna cut the cord on this guy. You'll see a monster in a second. Survival vegetable, zucchilunga.